Hey, Dojo friends, it's been a while. We're here on YouTube, but we've been extremely busy behind the scenes on Teachable, our new platform. We're excited, we're building it day by day, new videos literally every single day. If you see smoke, I have incense going, so you might see some smoke here going. But we're over on Teachable, and we've had a lot of questions. Can we see what you're doing over there? We'll give you a sneak preview of what we're doing. Why did we move to Teachable? Well, YouTube has changed. We wanted a place where we can talk about anything. It's kind of like a free speech platform. On YouTube, if I mention swords, firearms, anything like that, some of the darker side of the samurai or history, videos get flagged, taken down, demonetized, whatever it is. So we're putting our efforts over there. A lot of people are doing this now. We have so much content, much more than other YouTube channels, because we've been around so long that we have decided, let's put it over to a place where people can really concentrate. Who is it for? If you are an instructor in other martial arts and you just want to broaden your knowledge about different martial arts, so you might be a karate guy, you might be a ground jujutsu sport enthusiast, you might be an aikido practitioner or coach, you might be whatever, judo, doesn't matter. This is ninjutsu. This is Budo, the arts of Japanese self-defense that are 800, 900, sometimes 1,000 years old. We have several different schools that we teach. Now, other people that might be interested in this are practitioners of martial arts. You're not a coach, you don't own a school, but you might live somewhere in the middle of a country that has no dojo, or you can't afford the training, which in most cases is $150 to $300 a month just to join a dojo, get your uniform and all the gear that you need to start. And then you pay that every month. Here at this platform, you pay a one-time fee of $19.95. And then guess what? On the second month, we go in and give you a 50% off discount. So you're paying $9.95 a month for all of these gigabytes of lessons. Who else might like something like this? I would say if you live far away and you can't train, this is perfect for you. Also, a lot of our students here at the dojo who train actively 4 or 5 nights a week use this as a reference center. So they go and they have their books that they use, and they can go in and look up the techniques for the week, for the month, from a beginner level 1 to level 2, level 3, black belts and senior black belts. Also, we have all of the videos on weaponry, which I'll show you in a few minutes. So those of you who like different martial art weapons, you like to use the katana, the bow, the jo, the hanbo, shuriken, firearms, naginata, spear, pole arms, things like that, the chain weapons, flexible weapons, you'll like this platform. And those who just love the samurai and ninja, you never have any intention on getting any rank, you don't want it, you just want to watch. You want entertainment, you want to watch stuff about the ninja and samurai, you love the culture, the history, the background of the samurai, all the different teachings of the ninja. This is something that you'll like as well, because we have that for you. Again, I started out in the 1980s and late 70s when I was just a kid. We had nothing, no internet. All we had were books to access. So in order for me to get any information, I had to travel across the country or drive 300 miles in an old car at age 16 to go to a seminar to get 1 page of notes. Here you have multiple gigabytes of lessons in all different areas of the martial arts. And we continue to grow every single day here. And it's not just me instructing. We have several instructors, guest instructors coming in that are going to share their knowledge. This is for those of you who are tech savvy and like to watch videos and then hopefully get up and practice. I do not want you to join this if you're just going to watch for a month and then quit. We want you to be active. We want you to use this in your schools. We want you to steal this knowledge and practice in the backyard with your friends, just so that you can become more confident. So if you are ever in a physical confrontation, you can end it very quickly, legally and very quickly, with no interruptions in your life. And we talk about things like that, the legal aspects of the martial arts. What happens? Can I be sued? There's so much depth to this. So I just wanted to show you what I'm going to do here, if you don't mind, is I'm going to head into the site here, and hopefully you have a couple minutes to hang with me and look at this. Okay. So we're on the computer, and you can access this from your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever. You can watch it on your big television at home. As long as you can access the Teachable website, you can find us, okay? So here we are on the login area, and it's Dojo Martial Arts Online Learning Center is what we named it, a community for those who love to practice all things samurai and ninja. If you love martial arts, you'll love these detailed lessons. No-nonsense, effective Budo. Budo means arts of war from Japan, samurai stuff. Taijutsu arts, art of the body, weaponry, strategy. Life lessons, philosophy, art, culture, history, all kinds of stuff. And if you scroll down here, you can see that we have a recent uploads and the dojo's upcoming videos. Unlike a lot of platforms that I subscribe to other teachers of mine and other martial arts because I want to know it all. So I'm obsessed. I have all kinds of things that I support. I support my teachers. I pay monthly fees to several online subscriptions such as this. But here's the difference. They're expensive. They're expensive. I pay hundreds of dollars a month to support my teachers. Some of them are $50 a month. Some are $150 a month just to access their information. Ours is $9.95. Nobody comes close to how cheap it is. It's worth $1 million, thousands to me. But to look here, unlike other platforms, we're uploading videos every day, new stuff. And old stuff that we find, stuff from 10 years ago that still has value, we'll put up as well. But if you look here, you can see, I'll just go over a couple. I'm going to go down and start. Let's just start from January, okay? So here's the stuff that we just uploaded in the last month or two. Okay, so you have a skillful way of standing up. We have a video on how to fall and get up correctly. We have modules on ground defense here, how to do a scarf choke on the ground if you're stuck on the ground. If you're a black belt, we talk about Soke Hatsumi, the Shuhari principle, a warning to students from Hatsumi and Takamatsu. So we go into some history. We have sword techniques. We had an Alex who's a subscriber asked, what are the 3 sections of the katana? Do you know what they are? So Alex asked this, and we answered. Under mastering the spear, the Kukishin Keikogata number 2, Yari Taihen, which is an exercise you can do with a spear at home. So you might have a pole arm in your backyard that you can use as a spear. How to apply a ground scarf choke. The dojo motto. So we talk about what does Shikin Haramitsu mean. Those of you in the Bujinkan know that, but what do the kanji mean? I write the kanji out and show you the Japanese history of this old phrase and what it means to be connected to the history. We have music as well. You know, I'm a musician, so all of my albums of Taiken and other albums are up there. So you're going to have a whole access to a musical videos that you can watch or you can train to. You can copy them, take them, use them for your dojo. I want you to get out and train. So if you like Japanese drums and rhythm to train or exercise to, that'll be there as well. Mugairyu. So those of you who like aikido, we have a teacher, Sensei Hilpert, who's going to show you some Mugairyu draws with your sword. Under weaponry, the Kusari Fundo, the weighted chain, a couple of new videos on that. How to do snares with your chain, how to lock someone's arm up. The 30 ground flow jujutsu. So if you like to do jujutsu ground stuff, we have that as well. But more self-defense oriented. It's not sport oriented. It's how to poke someone's eyes out and bash them in with your elbows. It's not about submitting them as much as it is escaping and getting home, which is what the samurai would want. It's battlefield stuff. We had a subscriber question, how do I untie my scabbard cord? An odd thing, you know, how to tie the knots on your belt, things like that. How do I tie my martial art belt? How do I put on my uniform? How do I bow onto the mat? All of these are on here. More on the Kusari Fundo. Let's see, striking tips with Sensei Danes, who's one of our great skilled teachers here, how to punch, how to make punches, how to make them more powerful. So these are things, again, that these videos you can take, add them to your karate training, add them to your kung fu training, add them to your aikido. If you don't do striking at your school, this stuff will show you. Ethics and philosophy. We have an empowerment that I showed about it, just how to get up in the morning when you feel funky and you don't want to even exist today. You don't want to look at the world. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to look at your family. How do you get through those funks in life? How do you get through this sadness and this depression? I have some visualizations, some meditations that you and I do together where we just sit and we watch our internal thoughts. This is an important part. You must have philosophy with martial arts. If you're just punching bags, you're not doing true Budo. You're just kind of LARPing. We go into the depth of the mind. Very important. How do you make your certificates? How do I get ranking? We talk about that in the video. Tono Ryu Kata, Scissor Hand, Hasami Kaiten, which are 3 new videos on one of our black belt techniques to get to Nidan. So here's another thing. There's no paywall. Once you get access to this website, you have everything. You don't have to pay for black belt techniques. You don't have to pay for the sword course. You don't have to pay for the shuriken course. You get access to all of our videos, which is really important because a lot of people give you the carrot, the stick, and they make you pay more to have different tiers on their website. Not here. It's one fee, $9.95 a month, and you get access to everything. Okay, how do I use the jo, the 5-foot stick? How do I use the sageo on my sword? What was that used for? How do I do the ichimonji no kamae, the motogata? How do I do these classical techniques? How do I do the stances? How do I put my feet? We show you the details of all this stuff. How do I do a neck choke, a hebijime, a snake choke? We have 6 videos on that. Let's see. Culture and entertainment. I also talk about fight scenes. We break down fight scenes in movies that you and I love, so there's some entertainment in there. We look at a scene from Twilight Samurai. We look at a scene from Seven Samurai. We look at a scene from Indiana Jones. Guess what would happen if I put that on YouTube? Demonetize. Take your video down. Strike against your channel. We're going to shut your channel down. Over here on Teachable, we can actually comment on these videos, and I can take 20 minutes to go over a sword fight. We could not do that on YouTube. We would get copyright strikes left and right. I get copyright strikes on my own music on YouTube. So over here on Teachable, you and I are free to really explore in depth. What do these terms mean? A lot of people don't know how to pronounce words. Where does the term karate come from? Things like that. Taekwondo versus saying taekwondo or karate. How do I pronounce things correctly in Japanese? We go over that. We go over the kanji. 16 treasured fists. We have a seminar coming up in 2 weeks here at our dojo. So if you can come to that, come on in. But if you can't, we're going to film it and put it up on Teachable for you as if you're here at the seminar. We're going to show you the 16 fists of the samurai, all the different kicks, how to form these different weird little strikes that they did in Japan. I'm going to show you how to do all that. More sword stuff. I could go on and on and on. I don't want to bore you with it. How do I sheath my sword? The wayara, the kubotan. How do I use this pen as a weapon? We just put up 15 new videos on that. Gosh, there's so much. How do I tie my belt? How to breathe? What do I do after I quit? What do I do with my teacher after I quit my training? I talk about this. I talk about business. Let's go to another page here. So if you can see as I scroll down here, it just tells you about the subscription, how to do that. We have reviews from people, testimonials from students who are currently on the platform who are loving it, that send in testimonials from other martial arts. We have teachers that love it because they can steal from us and use it in their school as new material to be fresh. You never want to stop learning. Even if you're an old bird like me, you want to learn new stuff. And then you can see down here how you click on to subscribe. And if I click over, when you subscribe and you become a member, here are the kind of modules that you will get, all the different levels you can see here. Let me see if I can scroll down. Entering your dojo, level 1. Level 2, self-protection techniques from our fire and water modules. Those of you in Toshindo, we go into the deeper parts of the Bujinkan. If you don't know the Tenshi Jin chart, and you don't know the hundreds of lessons on there, and you're in Toshindo, you are far behind. I'm going to show you about the Tenshi Jin chart. If you're in the Bujinkan and you don't know modern Toshindo, you're behind. You need to know how to adapt this stuff. And I have interviews with Stephen Hayes and others like Arno and others that are going to tell us about the different ways that people go into the martial arts. You want kind of an Americanized ninjutsu? Do you want the classical Japanese ways? We're going to talk about that. Level 3, advanced wind protection techniques. Level 4, black belt techniques. We're filling that out right now. We're doing 1 or 2 techniques per month, but those take a long time to record, and I send this stuff off to editors that help me out. The fees that you pay for the membership, the subscription, go mostly to the editors. They go to pay Teachable. We can't put our stuff onto a platform without paying for the service, so it's a couple $100s a month, and then the editors make several $100s a month to edit our videos. I'm not making money off of this. I'm not buying cars or houses. We are taking all of your subscriptions and throwing it back into the platform here so we can build this legacy. We want to build this, and we want you to be a part of it. So this is not a money-making thing. Everything that we make goes right back into the cycle. Here, Taijutsu, unarmed principles. If you like the old style stuff from the Bujinkan, in depth, we show you how to do different things. Top 10 striking drills with Sensei Dains. Classical samurai lineage techniques. We're working on the Koto Ryu right now, the knock down the tiger school. We have the jeweled tiger school. We have the Togakure Ryu. We have the Shinden Fudo Ryu, the immovable heart school. These are old lineages that we're cracking all of these old techniques, and we're pulling the principles, and we show you in depth how to do them. So you're going to be an observer in our class. It's really cool stuff. Martial art principles to practice. Basic throws of Budo. Those of you who like judo, but we want a no-nonsense throw, we're going to show you that. And we have our old DVDs. Some of you out there purchased some of our old DVDs. You purchased how to do the throws, strikes, hanbo jitsu, naginata, how to throw the shuriken. We have all of those up on Teachable now. We took them off of the DVDs, put them in 1080p good quality, or minimum 720, but most of these videos up here are high def 1080p, and we put them up here for you so that if you blow them up, they're not going to look all pixelated. Tap outs. How do I do tap outs on the ground? I'm not talking jujutsu tap outs. I'm talking how to stomp someone's head, how to break their wrist, how to crush their ribs. No nonsense street self-defense. And some cool jujutsu locks as well. Part 2, intermediate and advanced ground control. We show you some more advanced omoplatas, although they weren't called that in Japan. We show you how to do shoulder locks and elbow locks on the ground, how to use your legs, how to choke someone out different ways. Art of the sword. Several of these in-depth things. I love the sword. So the Kihon basics of the katana, the Tono Ryu, which is my particular style. I have a whole series of techniques that I show there that are not in other schools. Tameshigiri, if you like to cut mats, we show you how to do that. If you like the ninja sword, the straight ninja sword, like Shokosugi stuff, we have the Togakure Ryu style of the hidden Biken sword. We have the Kukishin sword school on there. There's a whole set of lessons on the classical samurai full armor techniques, battlefield stuff. That's on there. The original old DVD we put up there for those of you who like the old stuff. Mugaryu, long staff. If you like Bojutsu and Jojutsu, you like to be the master of the 6-foot staff. A lot of stuff on there. Basics of the Hanbo, the 3-foot stick, is up there. Advanced grappling with the Hanbo. So if you don't just like to hit with the stick, you like to lock someone up, choke them out with it, that's on there. Kubotan, the short stick, as I mentioned, a whole bunch of new videos. Jute, the sai. Even though the sai, the tonfa, these are not Japanese weapons as far as samurai. They are Okinawan weapons. I have some stuff up there on the kunai. You like the kunai? Naruto fans, the jute, the sai. How to do knife defenses. Modern stuff. Naginata, do you like the polearm? Do you like the glaive? Do you like the spear? We have lessons on how to do spear, old style katas. We have the art of the shuriken, how to throw stars. And for those of you who are members and subscribers, remember we did a lot of giveaways here on YouTube. I'm doing giveaways now there. So someone this month is going to win 3 free shuriken. These are razor sharp. And we're just going to choose a random subscriber, and we're going to send these to you wherever you live if they're legal. So you're going to win a shuriken. Next month, I'm giving away this Shoto sword, this beautiful green wakizashi here. It's a $250 sword, razor sharp T10 blade. That is going to go free to a subscriber. I'm going to give away all kinds of swords, things that we cannot, by law, give away on YouTube. If you're a subscriber, we're going to pick your name at some point. You're going to win something, giving away books, jewelry, you name it. Stuff that I have around the dojo, like perhaps a sword guard or something like that. We're just going to give them away to subscribers, and we're going to send them to you, free of charge. What else do we have here? Samurai history. Do you like the ninja? Do you like the culture of the samurai? Do you like to watch Toshiro Mifune movies? Do you like the old anime? Do you like to watch, I don't know, Chambara movies? We're going to talk about culture and entertainment. We're going to go over the codes of ethics and the philosophy, the Bushido, the code, the kind of modern code of the warrior. I'm going to go over the different precepts and what they mean and how we can apply them to our life. We bring this to life. We don't leave it dead in a scroll. We bring it to life. Bring it to life. That's the key. That's my job. I need help. We have questions from you. If you are a subscriber, you can email me directly and ask for help. I need help on something. I don't know how to do this. What do you do in this situation? It might be something emotional. I don't know. I'll help you as best I can. But you have direct access to me. Business tips. I've had a successful school for 2 decades, for 20 years. We have hundreds of black belts that we graduated from this school. So I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm talking about running a business. So if you're a business person, you want to open a dojo or a training club, I give you some tips on that. And feel free to ask. Ask for videos. Mr. Norcross, I want to start a training group. Any advice? I will make a video, have the editors edit it, and we'll put it up for you personally. We have special interviews with some of my teachers. Never ever stop being a student. You guys know that, right? If you have teachers, you stay connected to your lineages. I have interviews with Anshu Hayes and some other people that I admire in the business. We have interviews with Scott and John from RVA Katana, if you know who they are, talking about swords because we love them. I do several reviews on swords, so if you're not sure what sword to get, an Iaito or a Shinken sword, what does that even mean? We talk about products and sword reviews on here. The Warrior's Mind, which is a series of DVDs I did a few years ago, the 8 Keys to Happiness. So those of you who like Eastern culture, Eastern philosophy, if you like Buddhism and things like that, we go kind of into the mind and how the mind can work to shape our lives to be happier. That's the key. The Warrior's Mind. Music, several different albums on there. Finding Happiness, an audio CD that I did kind of 15 years ago. That's up there now. So if you like to listen to kind of a podcast, you're working on your computer and you want to just listen to something, we have lots of stuff up there. So this bundle membership includes all of these. I hope I'm not boring you. So now if I click on one, this is our level 1 here. You can see all the videos to the left, and then you just click on one and it'll just show you the video and all the different videos you can access here. You can watch these over and over again. You can see this video that's playing now. We have different camera angles for you. The editors did a great job. We slowed down a lot of the techniques so that you can see what we're doing. You see Mr. Danes here striking poor Mr. Holt. This is a 2-handed choke defense. We show you several versions.
Now, week 2 deals with.
And then this old bastard comes on here, which is me, and kind of goes over it with the book.
Statistically, especially in
I'm going to stop because I don't like the sound of my voice, but we take the book out and we show you where it is in the curriculum and how to do the movements. Now, that's not with every technique, but in this case, in our level 1 basics, we show you everything: how to kick, how to hit, how to bend your knees, how to do a front roll, all kinds of different stuff. And if I scroll down, you can see the different lessons. And what's cool is you can comment on these. You can leave a comment. Or you can leave a question and we'll answer your question, okay? So that's just one little aspect of the level 1. If I click on the next, we have the art of the sword. Those of you who love the sword like I do. This is a course designed for new and intermediate practitioners. And it's taught by me and mostly me and other people. How to clean your sword, choosing your weapon, stances of the sword, how to align the blade, how do I sheath my sword, how do I draw it, how do I hold the damn thing, how do I cut and stab, how do I do tameshigiri, how do I do techniques against another opponent. You can see here, you click on any of these videos and it takes you to whatever it is. Here's a lesson that's 95 minutes long, a 95-minute lesson for $9.95 a month. Do you know how much I would have had to pay 20 years ago? Thousands of dollars to get access to this material. Thousands. So you can't get easier than this. Can't get easier than this. But again, do not join if you're just going to casually watch. I want you to keep this stuff alive. Please, for the sake of the martial arts, keep this stuff alive, because the martial arts are dying out. They're not getting better. They're not getting more used by society. Society is suppressing martial arts. They think of it as old and antiquated and violence. No, these martial arts and the ethics and philosophy teach us how to live. They teach us how to be happy, how to be tough and self-enduring and confident. You are not a victim in this space here. This is teaching you how not to be a victim, how to prosper in life and take care of our family and live life to its fullest until our day of death. So there's all this stuff built in here. I don't know what we're looking at now. There's just so much. Why bother with mental practice? Why do you bother with mental practice? I want to learn how to beat someone up. No, it's not about beating people up. This is about how to use your mind and body to survive. That's what we're teaching you here on this particular platform. So we have codes, we have philosophy, inspirational talks. You and I need this stuff. I get up in the morning, not every day, but sometimes you get up and, as I mentioned before, you don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to deal with the world. Well, that's a mental issue that I can overcome perhaps by seeing something that sparks my mind, that gets me through the day. We go over to taijutsu here, unarmed classes. There's Sensei Norfleet. He has some lessons in here. I'm surrounded by wonderful black belts with such skill. And these guys also teach. It's not just my dumb face. It's their beautiful faces are here so that you can see more than one instructor and get a different point of view. That's our goal, okay? And we're going to have more instructors coming up. Maybe you'll be one day. Look at all these different lessons here. How to do hicho, jumonjikata, ichimonjikata. What is the koshi kihon sanpo? If you don't know this, you're behind. How do I do a hongyaku, omote gyaku? How do I do kukinage? How do I do the gyokushin movement? How do I catch a dead arm? What about the 5th Dan Saki test? What is that all about? How do I capture his head? How do I do a 3rd degree kata, hino kata? How do I do kota geishi? Do you know how to defend against a jab and punch? Do you know how to defend against 3 punches? Bujinkan guys? Do you do more than 3 punches? Here it is. Scoop kicks, ground jujutsu, katate, otoshi, types of ukenagashi with the sword. How do I crush the face with ken nagachi? And how do I do an uchimata? Those of you who do judo know this stuff already, but maybe a different perspective. We go into the history, the dojo martial arts, talking about the samurai here, shogun and daimyo. What's the difference between a daimyo and a shogun? Do we know? What's the difference between seppuku and harakiri? These are the questions we can answer in depth. What is the soul of the samurai? Was the ninja an enemy of the samurai, or were ninja samurai? A lot of controversy there. We break it down. What are the different types of shinobi? Did ninja swords exist, or was it just something that came when shokusugi came along? We talk about that. Interviews about student-teacher obligations, a look at samurai armor, truth bombs regarding swords and history. What's the difference between a tachi, uchigatana? What's the difference between a nagamaki and a katana? What's the blade length of the katana? A look at togishi. Do you know what togishi is? Did you know that means polishing the blade? Appreciating an antique suba. We go over the subas of a sword. How to tie different knots. What's the kozuka? A quick look at a samurai doll. That's an old video we put up. Japanese art. What does Fudo Myo represent? Do you know Fudo Myo? Or Myo-o and what he represents? World War I and II swords, the dark side of Bushido and Gunto swords. Gosh, there's so much to look at here. So these are the courses that you get. All right, so if you want to sign up, the link is below. The first month is $19.95, and then we go in and we knock it down to 50%. Now, how long does that 50% off last? Forever. You will stay at $9.95 a month. It's not going to jump around. It's just going to stay at $9.95. Your loyalty is being paid for. The first month is for those who try it out. The second month are for those who are more loyal. If you're here 3 months or more, meaning you're stuck around for a quarter of the year, that's when you're on our giveaway list. So those of you who want to win shurikens, swords, books, things like that, that'll come for those who are loyal. If you just bounce for a month, don't care to have you around in our community, you can come in for a month, watch it, and then leave. That's completely up to you. But we're looking for long-term people who want to continually see new videos. Those of you who want to build a school one day, start a training group, get better at your martial arts, you are welcome to stay as long as you want with us. We are not going anywhere. We are on our 20th year here at the dojo, pretty close to the 20th year, and we continue to have another decade or two left in us. What do you think? If you're interested, go below. If you're not, you'll see us occasionally on YouTube. I still put out a video here and there, but all of my efforts now, aside from running a full-time school and doing all my music and spending time with family, which is the best, is going to be on this new platform. It's only a couple months old now. It's growing. It's getting bigger. We're getting more subscribers by the day. A couple people drop after a month or two. That's okay. But most of the people are sticking around and they're absolutely loving it. And we want your feedback. We want your feedback. I want you to email me and tell me what you want to see. And I promise you'll get in the queue of videos. I have a list. Every single video, I think I've had 12, 14 so far, subscribers who have asked to see a video. Every single one of you has been taken care of. We have dedicated, made, produced, edited, and made a video just to answer your question. So I want this to be something where you and I can go back and forth and talk about things, the depth of martial arts. And you might not have access to a teacher where you live. There you go. Okay, I'll leave you alone from now. Go out and enjoy the beautiful day or night wherever you live. And please promise me something. If you do subscribe and you become a member, please practice. Please, I beg you, don't just watch. Don't just watch because you're going to get bored. You have to put this into practice. You have to get your friend. Even if you're by yourself solo training, which I did for years, my trees were my training partners. The cornfield was my training partner. The sky and the moon were my training partners. I went out and put on a uniform with my sword and I practiced by myself. This will inspire you to continue to do that. Because not all of us have the luxury or the privilege to have a beautiful dojo. We can't all afford swords. We can't even afford a uniform. But you can at least allow this stuff to let you train wherever you live and what country you live in with the freedom of the martial arts, and be with us at least in spirit. Be with us in spirit. We want to keep Budo alive. I have dedicated my life to this for 45 years now. I am not stopping. I have never quit. I have never stopped. And if anything else, this keeps me alive and going to want to give this to the next generations of you guys, who most of you are much younger than me, who want to keep martial arts alive. Thanks for watching, everybody. I thank you so much for your time and patience. Have fun. Bye-bye.